All right, welcome everybody to Tuesday night's training broadcast. We're going to get started here in just a moment, so please make sure you have pen and paper to take notes. Also make sure you let your coach know you are on the call. We're going to go over how to use your contact manager as well as your GPS pack tracker. So guys, you want to make sure you have pen and paper to take notes. And also, if somebody can let me know if you can see me, that'd be fantastical. So make sure you have pen and paper to take notes. Also, make sure you let your mentor know you are on the call. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Thanks, Haley. And Kim, yes. Yes. Okay, and let me just do one thing. All right, so I am going to share my screen. Let's make sure that it works tonight, because it did not want to work with me last night. And give me just 1 second. Let's go here. Screen share. Okay. So you guys should all be seeing my screen now. You should see the screen for the GPS office. So if you guys want to follow along in your GPS office, you definitely can. Or obviously just take really good notes. Kim, do you see the screen, or is it doing the weird window thing from last night? Okay. So you want to either follow along in your GPS office and or just take really good notes. I'm also going to show you where you guys can see this information as well. Awesome, thanks. As well for training purposes. So we're going to go over 2 contact managers in the GPS office. We're also going to go over the GPS pack tracker, like I said. So first and foremost, guys, the front end of our business, and you guys want to make sure that you're keeping your GPS office and pack tracker up to date and clean on a daily basis. And when I say clean, I mean that everybody is in the spot that they belong in. So for example, when you go to your Decision Pack Prospect Manager, you have over here, all my leads I ordered today all dropped all at once. It was fantastical. So my 2-book number is going to be high when I show you, which is no problem. However, you see here we have a couple different sections: the TP buyer lead, 48-hour, 24, SU1 call, SU1 call rebook, and follow-up. Now, what you guys want to make sure of is that every person that's in these sections truly do belong here. So, for example, I have all of my leads here that dropped. Rudolph, we'll just use him as an example. And guys, please note any addresses you see, any phone numbers, please don't write them down. They are confidential. This is for training purposes only. So please do not write them down. Do not call them, email them, none of the above. So what you would do is make sure that all your leads they're charged the $9.95 and shipped. Now I have a couple that popped in from the last time I was in here before the countdown broadcast till today, till right now. So I do actually have a couple I need to ship. Where you do that, you see step 2 here, ship package. You're going to click that pretty little button that says ship DP, and you're going to ship the package. Then once you get a hold of the person, so let's use, I think I have, who is my bag credit card? Okay. So just for training purposes, I'm going to use her because I can move her back with no problem. So first and foremost, what you guys want to do is when you contact the person, the number one thing is you want to make sure you're booking the phone appointment. Now, in order for them to get the email that says your phone appointment is such and such a date, you want to click book appointment. You're going to click on whatever day the appointment is. So the 8th, we'll just use tomorrow, for example. Then you're going to book the time that the phone appointment is. Now, she happens to actually be in the same state as me. So we'll just pretend like her phone appointment is tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Then the event type, you're going to use the personal SU1. And then you're going to click save. Now, the button that you want to use in order to activate that email to go out is not the move lead button, not the move lead button. It is the live call first pack appointment booked. So you're going to click that. And then you'll see that she disappears. And she will show up in the SU1 48-hour confirmation. Now, here's the thing. She technically is not 48 hours out. So what I would do then is automatically go to her site, her name. I would also then click live call again and 48-hour appointment confirmation. Because technically, she's 24 hours out from her phone appointment. So you want to make sure that you are keeping them in the correct spots. Now, typically if I had if this was a real person that I have an appointment with, I would be confirming that appointment for that day, making sure that I come in and look that she's done everything online, that this here changes to the step that she's in, or that all steps are completed, or whatever the case is. And then also, I would be confirming her 24 hours or the same day of our appointment just to make sure that she's ready to rock and roll. Now, one second. So what you want to do then is when you 24-hour confirm them, you're going to do live call again. You're going to move them into you're going to click 24-hour confirmation, and then that puts them where they need to be. Once my computer catches up, which is in the sign up call 1. Now, a number of things can happen once you have your sign up call 1 with them. You either sign them up, which is right here. They become a follow-up. Now, a follow-up is only if they have a scheduled phone appointment to go over the information, or to get their business started. So only if they have that scheduled do they become a follow-up. Anybody else, no money, not interested, whatever the case may be, I automatically will put them right into the email success line so they get the email drips because they might see something that they can't pass up. Now, guys, every night before you go to bed and every morning before you wake up, you want to make sure that you're coming into this and you're making sure that everybody that has an appointment is in the correct spot. Because you'll see down here, now this is for my entire organization, which is no problem. So for example, right now we have 57 people that have been in the 2-book section for way more time than they should be. Really, we should be booking these folks within 24 hours of them dropping into our system. So the other thing is these folks here, the 48-hour confirmation, there's 14 of them. They very well may be 24 or 48-hour confirmed. It's just you didn't click the button to move them properly. So that's why you guys want to make sure that you're taking a look at this every morning that everybody's in the spot that they need to be in order to make sure that your business is kept clean. By functioning in a clean business and a clean GPS office, that's what's going to help you be successful and know exactly what you need to do on a daily basis. Okay, so real quick, guys, when somebody's credit card is declined, in the script where you're going to want to verify their information, I typically, once I verify their address, I'll also verify and just let them know, say, hey, the card on file when we went to go ship your package didn't allow us to get it out to you. This is the card I have on file. Let's just make sure we have the right whole number correct. And if you can read that back to me and then see if it'll run then. If not, they'll usually let you know what the issue is. All right, so that's the front end that you guys want to make sure is cleaned up on a daily basis and everybody's in the spot they need. Now I'll move her back to where she belongs. But the next one you guys want to look at, this is a newer one. I know we've been over it a couple times, but I do want to go over it again, as the new enrollee contact manager. Okay, so in the new enrollee contact manager, you have where they belong for the sign up call to process. So wherever the person is in the sign up call to process, whether it's 2448 sign up call 2, right after the sign up call 2, they're going to go right into the check-in call. But most importantly, guys, what you want to be looking at here is these boxes. Now, everybody has this in their GPS office. So if you clicked on My Enrollees versus Team Enrollees, then it'll pop up with your own specific enrollees. So for example, for me right now that I have in training, I have 2 that have been in step 3 for way too long. And then I have 1 person that's in advanced training and 1 person who's actually through their business planning call. So what you want to make sure of is that everybody stays in the green. Yellow, it's a little bit more serious. Red, that means that they've been in that same section for way too long. And what we're noticing is if they're in that section for way too long, then the chances of them getting through training and into action are pretty slim. So I know what's going on with these 2 people though, and why they're red. And if they have a circumstance that is out of their control or out of your control or out of anybody's control, then that's one thing. However, you want to make sure you have a handle on it. I talk to my team members every single day, so I know exactly what's going on with everybody. So you want to make sure that you have a tight handle on this. And I look at this every single morning to see who's where and what needs to be done for the day for me and for my team. So then this way, everybody that's coming into the system is getting what they came here for. So for example, guys, we got a lot in red in our organization. So what you want to do tomorrow morning in your morning meeting, and we're going to go over this on RAC tomorrow, but tomorrow morning in your morning meeting, you want to make sure you're taking a look at where your people are and what you know about them, so then we can get them out of the red and into the green. And we'll be going over our teams tomorrow for the RAC, so make sure you have that information with you as well. Now, lastly, if anybody has any questions, please send me a message on Skype, so then this way I can answer them while we're on here. Lastly, what we want to look through is our GPS pack tracker. So the number 1 place where you're going to look to do anything with your pack tracker is right here. When you go to trackers, you're going to go to TP tracker. This lists out all of your prospects that you have. So one of the things that you would do is you want to make sure that they show that they're shipped out or that they're a bad credit card. So when you're in your GPS office under Decision Pack Prospects, like we'll use Rudolph, for example. Okay, so for Rudolph, I believe he was a successful. Yeah. So what you would do is in your pack tracker, you would click on Rudolph's name. In here, you can add a second phone number if needed, but here you would click from status to shipped because his will be shipped once we get off. And then you would click update. That then moves him in to a 2-book. See the little calendar here? Then once you update the GPS pack tracker, like we had Kiana here, the GPS office. We had Kiana that we had set the appointment for in the GPS office. Well, that automatically will set the appointment for her here in the pack tracker, which is awesome because they do speak to one another. Now, the only thing that doesn't happen is when you sign somebody up or when you qualify them for either like a no money, not interested, whatever the case may be after their sign up call 1, you physically need to go here and pick which one it is, whether they came in as a 299, 1 case, 2 case, so on and so forth. So then it shows what happened on their sign up call 1. Now, this needs to be updated on a daily basis as well, because the next thing that we look at, and this is something we're going to start looking at tomorrow on our RAC, is your numbers. Now, your numbers here show you a couple of things, and this all pulls right from the TP tracker. So it shows you the number of 2-books you have, the number of packs you shipped, how many you have in a sign-up call 1. It'll show you what the outcome was for all of your sign-up call 1s. Same thing with sign-up call 2s. It shows you how many you had go in and what the outcome was. Now, most importantly, it shows you what your pack to brand partner is. So right now, my October pack to brand partner is 0 to 1. I also have technically 5 calls in the schedule so far. So then once I do those calls, it'll register at whatever my pack to brand partner is based on the amount of folks I bring into the business. Now, this is something that I look at every morning in my morning meeting, and we're going to look at this every day, or not every day, but Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on our RAC. So then this way, we are all making sure we're on track with our numbers to get, obviously, the results we came here for. So if anybody has any questions on how to update the pack tracker, please shoot me a message. If not, there's a few things you guys want to make sure you're doing and that you have coming to, let me stop sharing. One moment, please. Okay. So there's a couple things that you guys want to make sure you're bringing to tomorrow's RAC. With everything we just went over tonight, you should, number 1, have your GPS office and your pack tracker completely up to date tonight, no later than tomorrow morning, because you cannot be functioning and working off incorrect information. It's just much more confusing. Much, much more easier to stay on target with what you need to be doing than off target and having to play catch up. Trust me, I've played catch up. It's not fun. Much more fun to stay on track than to play catch up. Number 2, you guys want to make sure you bring with you, know that your pack tracker in your GPS office is up to date. And also you want to bring with you a list of your enrollees that you have in training, because we're going to go through that too. That's, one of the biggest parts of our business is not only bringing people into the business, but it's also making sure that they get through training and into action. So then this way, they get what they came here for. So you want to make sure you have, you go through your new enrollee contact manager that we showed you, and you're clear on if anybody's in the red, why they're in the red, and what do we have to do to get them out of the red. So with that being said, you have a couple things to do tonight. If your pack tracker and your GPS office are not up to date, your number 1 goal tonight, no later than tomorrow, is to get that up to date. And then tomorrow on RAC, we'll make sure we go through everybody's numbers. We'll make sure everybody's pack tracker and GPS office are up to date. And we'll also make sure we go through your teams too because guys, we all came here to win. I know that for a fact, or else none of you guys would be here working with us on a daily basis. So let's make sure everything's nice and tight and cleaned up and ready to rock and roll for tomorrow's RAC. We'll see you all tomorrow night at 4 Pacific on 949-229-4100, and that's extension 9618. And if you guys have any questions, just shoot us a message. Until then, we'll see y'all tomorrow night. I think we're going to do the email success line tomorrow night for our training, unless something else comes up between now and then. So I'll be getting some volunteers. Whoever wants to volunteer for that, please raise your hand. Let me know in a message. We always like volunteers. And have a great night, guys, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.